What's going on, guys? FadeitLuie here, bringing you guys a brand new video. We're gonna be doing a mid fade on my boy, so stay tuned. Since he has curly hair, we started off by saturating the hair and combing everything in place, making sure everything's nice and neat, and then we're gonna move on to our gold FX and create our first guideline. It's always best to contour the guideline to their head shape so that the fade can flow better and be more unique. Now that we're done balding them out, we're going to move on to our no guard all the way open and create our second guideline. You want to make this guideline around 1 inch thick so you can spread the blend. Also, we're going to then use the lever midway and all the way close and attack that initial guideline we created with our gold FX. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to our 1 guard all the way open and create our second guideline. We're going to use this same guard and its lever to soften up this line and then get ready for the half guard. Now that we're done softening up the line with the 1 guard and its lever, we can then move on to our half guard and erase the line completely. This is going to officially connect the 1 guard all the way open to the no guard all the way open. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to show some extra support, go ahead and leave a follow down below on Instagram, or go ahead and subscribe to the membership down below. With this membership, you're going to gain access to private lives and private videos and one-on-one class sessions. As you guys can see, we're moving on to our 2 guard all the way open, and we're going to create our 4th guideline. This is going to help us get ready for our 1.5 guard and blend between the 1 guard all the way open to the 2 guard all the way open. Now that we're done with our 2 guard and our 1.5 guard, we're going to move on to our 3 guard all the way open and flick out as much as possible. Moving on to our clipper over comb method, we're going to make sure the silhouette is nice and neat and boxy. Also making sure there's no flyaway hairs, no hairs poking out through the side, and everything's nice and flush to the even fade. Using your horizontal cuts to debulk and your vertical cuts to blend is very crucial when using clipper over comb. It's also critical to make sure that the hair is nice and damp when using clipper over comb so you can pick it up nice and easy. Now that we're done with our clipper over comb method, we're going to go back to our lower guards and detail as much as possible, especially with our no guard all the way open. You want to make sure to be careful because you could make an indentation with your clipper over comb method, so you want to make sure your silhouette is nice and full. Now that we're done saturating the hair, we can move on to our shears. And we're going to go ahead and grab the hair with our comb, holding it with our fingers, and cutting it with our shears. So So we feed the hair into our fingers with our comb and then cut it with our shears. You also want to make the hair that you grab is even with the hair that you grabbed previously. Each part should be equal, and also cut at a certain angle, whichever angle is needed depending on where you're cutting on the head. If you're cutting near the occipital bone or you're cutting near the silhouette area on the edges, you have to cut at a certain angle, blending the hair into the hair on the other side. Again, you're combing the hair into your fingers, you're holding it tight, and you're cutting it with your shears. Now that we're done with our shear work on top, we can move on to the front line and comb all of his hairs down, facing the direction that they grow. Now that the hairs are laid down, we can move on to our one guard all the way open and go with the grain, debulking them. Since we're done debulking the hair, we can move on to our hairspray and make sure that all the hairs are stiff and that they don't shift when using our Goat FX. Moving on to our Goat FX, we're going to start off at the middle and work our way to the sides, going as slow as possible, making sure that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer. Usually if you don't go slow enough, the hair's going to shift and then you won't line them up properly. When you're lining up C-cups, you always want to start off at the bottom and work your way to the top arch using the corners of the blade. You also want to make sure you're not pressing too hard because you could bite them with the teeth of the trimmer, especially if you're using Goat FX. So after we were done finishing the other side, we then moved on to our Goat FX, and we're repeating the same process, making sure everything's nice and even and matched. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to show some extra support, go ahead and leave a follow down below on the Instagram, or go ahead and subscribe to the membership down below. With this membership, you're going to gain access to private lives and private videos and one-on-one class sessions. We're then going to line up the mustache. I always start off at the outer edge and then work my way to the inner edge of the mustache. Then with the goatee, I always like to use my headrest and make them lay down so that they're nice and still and they're not moving while I'm lining up their beard. Now that we're done shaving off the hair from his face, we can move on to our Turkish razor and Derber premium blades and make him as crispy as possible. But before we do that, we're going to apply some shave gel so that the razor can glide better. Now that we're done applying the shave gel, we're going to keep the razor at a 45-degree angle for the most part and use our opposite hand to pull the skin and keep it as taut as possible.